Yeah. Yeah. Guess who came back with a large fucking fist to eat the Brooklyn blast furnace? I brought your ugly bitch with me. Your shit is sus. Ain't nobody trying to hear you talk. When Jimmy's on the mic, they take your whack shit and turn it off. It's real life, not them stories that you won't say. He made it out alive, and he's relatively unscathed. So subscribe to the podcast and share the post and tell your stupid friends to do the same. You heard it here from Coast.
Another episode of the Brooklyn Blast Furnace podcast. The Bayway Blast Furnace. My man, you have several nicknames. JayWay, Bayway, JayWay, Bayway, and now the newest, which is super dope, is Jay to Life, son.
What's
crazy, up, my man?
It's a crazy world we're living in these days, you know what I mean? But I'm just taking it day by day.
You think? Bro, you know what's dope is that every time, like when I spoke to you at the Benefit for Olivia, which was dope, great cause, and all that, and like our back and forth, our nonsensical banter back and forth between Messenger and text, you could tell that you're just having a fucking ball doing all this shit. Like you're just having mad fun doing this ridiculous, crazy shit.
How could you not? You know what I mean? How could you not? I just, as a hardcore kid, this is the shit you dream of, right? Like,
yeah,
man, I'm gonna front the band, or I'm gonna be in a band, and people are gonna give a shit, and you never really think they're gonna, you know,
100%.
I never thought it was gonna get like, I never thought people were gonna give a fuck about Bayway, man. We started Bayway. And we were just like, yo, let's just have some fun. It was after COVID. We were just like, fuck it. If we're going to do it, we're going to have fun doing it. We're not going to fucking take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just a couple of friends wanting to jam. And then, look at us. It's blossomed into this fucking ridiculous thing. And, to have the kind of recognition that Bayway's got, and then to be asked to do something like 25 to Life.
Bro, that shit is legendary.
It's insane. I mean, I'm playing guitar in Shattered Realm.
Yeah.
What the fuck else is going to happen?
Yeah, bro. It's fucking dope. And like you said, it's like right after COVID. So this shit is like relatively like new, bro. So, but you've been like all over the fucking place, right? You played already with legends, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for years and years, I started in hardcore. I guess I was 13, 14 years old when I started playing shows, and, just kept blossoming, turned into a couple things. I was in a band called Years Spent Cold for a little while.
Sure.
And then I kind of left. I did my own thing, wanted to go check out, see if I could have a family life, which was a fucking mistake. But you're Italian.
I don't have those stories. Listen. I got stories all day, but this shit ain't about me.
You got your good Italian family, and then, you got the other people.
Yeah.
I got that. I went to go try the other people out. It didn't work. Not so good. Making it not so good, as my grandfather used to say. But making a suck job is what it really was. But I did what I had to do, and then I came back. We were touring in a death metal band. I was playing drums in a band for a while, and then COVID happened, and it was just like, I'm not having fun making music the way that I was, and I wanted to make music with the guys that are in Bayway. We got back together, and we started, and we were like, yo, you know what? We're just gonna write music like when we were kids, the shit that we fucking love, the shit that got us into this.
Yeah.
And it was like we demoed some stuff out, and I was like, hey man, you think I could rap on this? And it was like, I don't know, fuck it, let's try it. You know what I mean?
Why the fuck not,
bro? That was everybody's favorite song. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So it's been a crazy ride. Bayway's been since 2022. So right at the end of 2022. So it's been about It's been about a year, really. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like really pushing and playing.
Fucking crazy, bro. What was your? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 38 as of November 16th, so a few days ago.
Okay, so happy belated. But
Thank
so, what was your? Because like I said, I don't really have questions, but I always seem to ask this question because it just interests me for whatever. Because everybody has that catalyst, that turning point, where it's like you discovered this insane shit that we're all involved in. There's always that one little like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? And then it's a wrap.
Yeah, you know what happened was my older sister, well, my mother and my father are both very musical people. My mother like loves Black Sabbath.
Awesome.
When she had me, she was 18. So you got to figure now that was 86.
Yeah.
So going into the early 90s, I'm in a car seat and we're listening to DOS Effects. We're listening to Naughty by Nature. We're listening to Chub Rock. We're listening to, Snoop and Dre when that shit happened.
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G. That's what's happening, right? So she's really into hip hop at the time. My older sister's super into hip hop at the time. Like I used to sit there and my job was to hit record. You know what I mean? When Hot 97 would drop the new hot track, we would make all the mixtapes right off the record, right off the stereo.
Yeah.
So that was my gig. And then my older sister, we lived in Elizabeth. So my older sister started getting, involved with I guess the hardcore scene. She was with hanging around with one of the early bass players for E-Town Concrete,
Okay.
Henry. And she started to get that stuff. She tried to get me into music like that, like heavier music in the 90s, like early 90s, but I wouldn't hear it. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you all about hip hop.
If it wasn't hip hop, I was like, you can fucking stuff this shit up your ass. This shit
Yeah.
sucks. Fuck this
Yeah.
crap.
Uh-huh.
And then the turning point was one day I hadn't seen my sister in a while. She moved out. She was like living in her car. She's a fucking rebel. I love her to death. She's a fucking animal.
Okay.
So she moves out. One day she comes to pick me up and she comes around. We're in the car and we're driving around. And she's starting to play shit for me. She plays my first day in hardcore, my first day on the job. Okay. I hear E-Town Concrete, Time to Shine, front to back.
Okay.
Hatebreed, Satisfaction is the Death of Desire, front to back.
Okay.
And Downset, front to back.
Okay.
So that day I'm hooked. It's over, right? The hooks are in. I traded her whatever the fuck CD I could to get these 3 records off of her.
Got you.
And I listened to them fucking CDs until they had holes in them.
Yeah.
And that's where it started for me. And once I got the E-Town and the Hatebreed and the fucking Downset, it spiraled from there. I mean, everything you could imagine.
Yeah, that's your influence right there because Bayway got that rap shit going on. Yeah, bro. So it makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You know what I mean? That those 3 records are what I base everything that I do off of. I mean, I think a lot of people, most hardcore kids are like that, right? Whatever those first couple records, and then of course you go from if that's your intro, right? Eventually you're gonna find Urban Discipline.
Oh,
right?
Of course.
So I find that, and now I'm like, oh shit, bro, where does it stop? You know what I mean?
It don't, bro. You know what's nuts is that last week was 32 years of Urban Discipline. I remember because I'm 49. I remember exactly where I was. I was just talking with Bobby. Like, a few days ago I recorded with Bobby.
I met Bobby down at Salty's, and bro, what a fucking animal. I mean, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Best dude, man. Best dude.
Best dude, best riffs, best spin moves on stage that you've ever seen.
Yo, his stage
presence. The 9 and the leather, baby. He ain't fucking around.
Bobby's playing.
Bobby's all business, baby.
All business. Always with fucking 8 rings on.
100%. Wouldn't want to fuck with him. Tell you that.
No, it's crazy. I met Bobby when I was like 9 years old or 10 years old by accident. He was working. It was like before the first record. And it was like just demos were out. And me and my jerk off stepfather we went to this fucking little like pet store, little mom and pop pet store. And I went downstairs and he sold me 3 iguanas, Bobby. So who's like this skinhead dude with a POWMIA fucking t-shirt on, mad rings still then? He's talking about how he has Mojave rattlesnakes in his house and shit. I'm like, who is this dude? And then like 3 months later, I hear about Biohazard. I'm like, yo, that's the dude that works in Mark's Aquarium. Blah, blah. So yeah, 32 years of Urban Discipline is stupid, bro. I remember exactly where I was the first time I listened to it, and the punishment video. Ridiculous.
I think, you know, what's the best part about that punishment video is it's still, in terms of hardcore music videos, it still ranks #1. Everyone's still fucking chasing it. No one could catch it.
No one.
You know what I mean?
Paris Mayhew and Drew Stone who made that video.
Fucking Madball got close though. Madball got close.
Yeah, Pride is a crazy one. You know that the Pride video is the exact same spot as, you know, in the punishment video where they have the biohazard, you know, the whole piece outside. That's the exact same spot.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it fucking be?
Yeah, you know? It's a shame because that whole shit is gone now. That's in Red Hook in Brooklyn. It's all like high-rise buildings and shit now. But
yeah, well, that's the sign of the times, baby.
Of course. About that. Yeah, so you find Urban Discipline, and it's where does it end?
Yeah, I mean, I find that, and then, you know, I started going down the rabbit hole, and at the time, my band, we were like sort of like death metal but hardcore. What I think was being called deathcore at the time, but not what deathcore is now.
Right. What was the name of the band?
The band was called Comatose.
Okay.
All right. So we're playing. We're like young kids. So I'm starting to find all these old flagship records of this shit that I fuck with, and then we started going to this one studio. The studio is called Dome Studios. It's if you ever watch a New Jersey hardcore documentary with E-Town, Agents of Man, NJ Bloodline.
I have
one, right? It's filmed at this place, Dome Studios.
Gotcha.
So my grandmother always told me I had a horseshoe up my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because she always said I was fucking lucky.
Yeah.
So I walk into the studio the first day I'm there. All right, the first fucking day I'm there, brand new to this shit. Like I'm gonna write fucking songs with my band. We're gonna be the biggest band on earth. Fucking 15 years old, full of piss and vinegar. I got no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
I walk into the studio. We book time. The dude comes out. He's got no legs. Okay. So I'm like, holy shit, what the hell? Right? He's like, hey, what the hell's going on? He had like the craziest voice. He was just an insane guy, awesome guy, Jeff.
Right.
Jeff is crazy. Shout out to Jeff. Dude's a legend in these parts.
Okay.
So anyway, we walk in. We're going into room A. Room A, at the time, rehearsing in room A is Agents of Man. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So my first time ever walking through the door of a studio, I walk through the door and there's Agents of Man. And they're on there. This is 2001. So they're on that EP, that Headless EP that came out.
Yeah.
That had, you know, all the original dudes. The very, very cool EP.
Yeah.
Very, very new, very, very raw. In room B is New Jersey Bloodline. And in room C, E-Town Concrete.
Oh, bro,
I find out E-Town Concrete's there. I'm like I got my fucking cup with the ear to the fucking door. I'm trying to hear everything they're doing, right? So they're jamming. And then I start talking with Reek from NJ Bloodline.
Yeah.
So he's really what pulled me into hardcore. He was really the gateway because he took the dudes in my band and he was like, look, you got to come out to this show. I want to hear no bullshit about it. You guys got to be at this show. The show wound up being around the corner from the studio. It was supposed to be NJ Bloodline's last show, okay? They went on to play a ton more, obviously. But the first fucking show I ever went to, okay, Shattered Realm is playing, Agents of Man plays, New Jersey Bloodline plays, and the headliner is E-Town Concrete, but under the name Full Effect.
Okay.
Because they had a show at Birch Hill, and there was a radius clause. They couldn't play as E-Town or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm in the room for 2 minutes. I get stuffed into a fucking garbage can. I look at my boy Pete Colucci, and I say, Colucci, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This place is fucking insane. I'm gonna die in this motherfucker.
Right.
Right. So I'm freaking out. I'm scared out of my mind. shout out to Pat Sheridan and Fit for an Autopsy. He put me in that garbage can. But shout out to him because he took me out of the fucking garbage can and he made me feel like I was in a community that would love me and accept me for being a fucking weirdo. And I have not left since being put inside of that garbage can. Beautiful. So that's it, right? Now, all these years later, I'm still here telling the same story.
Yeah, Trash Can Jay.
That's it. That was me. And so, you know, that's my introduction to hardcore. I'm introduced to hardcore by my older sister. I'm pulled into a show, my first show by Reek NJ Bloodline.
Yeah.
I go to the show, they turn the lights off, and they throw fucking plastic swords at the crowd. They're faceless. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'm gonna die in here.
Fucking, this is. I'm a kid. It was the scariest show of my life, the most fun I've ever had at a show.
Yeah.
And you know, just like a fucking cocaine addict, I'm still chasing it.
Yeah, 100%. You'll never forget that shit, bro. You'll never forget that shit, no matter
never,
what.
Never.
Yeah, I have an older sister too. I don't talk to her no more either. She's another jerk off.
I get it.
Yeah, whatever. But like she's 6 years older than me, so I was always the young kid, and I was always with her friends. So back in the early '90s, you needed a library card to get in anywhere, and even if you didn't, my sister knew somebody, so we would all go in. I would be able to get access to where you weren't supposed to be.
Right.
So, like my first show ever wasn't a hardcore show, but it was Anthrax, the band. Yeah. But they weren't even Anthrax. They went under a different name because they were huge. It was like 1989. They were giant, so they went under this name, Satan's Lounge Band at L'Amour's. That was my first show. And then I went to go see Suicidal because I was into metal at first. Old hip hop, Beastie Boys, all that, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I found like Suicide. A lot of MTV played into my shit too.
Of course.
Headbangers Ball and all that shit.
Of course. How could it not?
So Find Suicidal. And I told the story a million times, but I don't give a fuck. It was the lineup was White Zombie. They were nothing at the time. Leeway, Suicidal. And then when Leeway came on, that was my turning point right there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right. As soon as you hear that, that's something
like,
different. That's something
I never seen anything like that because I was so used to like, Slayer with the fucking nails and the this and the gimmicks and the fucking long hair and the crazy, and then here comes Eddie Sutton. The guy weighs 73 pounds. You know what I mean? And there's no makeup.
Not out of a fucking cannon with the biggest voice you ever heard.
Exactly. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? It just felt real. You know what I mean? It was honest. It was real. And I felt that as like a 14-year-old kid. And I'm like, and then I went to this little local spot that's long closed. And I bought Born to Expire. And he was like, yo, if you like this, get this. And it was Agnostic Front, Liberty, and Justice. And they were like two perfect crossover records to get me from metal into hardcore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and then then back in the day, you're reading liner notes and all the bands they toured with and shit. So now I was like, okay,
those records, right?
Yeah. So I used to spend like my allowance. I got my first job ever to buy a record.
Right.
So and it was just.
I tell kids now, I'm like, we used to buy the record based on the fucking album art. You didn't even know what that was like.
Yeah, some of it would suck.
Some of it was ass. You get it back home, you're like, fuck, I spent fucking money on this crap.
Yeah, terrible.
What am I supposed to do with this crap?
I know.
But the fucking artist, whoever did it, fucking was so over the top.
Yeah.
I got into so much death metal because of that shit.
Of course,
it up and it would be so fucking offensive. I'd be like, I gotta spend money on this.
Bro, pick any Cannibal Corpse record album cover. It's like
A Dying Fetus, the same thing.
Yeah.
The name alone, I was like, fuck. And then when I heard Dying Fetus for like the first time, I'm like, this is such to me, it was so reminiscent of the New York shit, the Skinless, the Internal Bleeding. Like the early Skinless stuff is so street.
Yeah.
So raw and bouncy and groovy. It's like it's not even death metal. It's like it's just hardcore with fucking growling vocals.
Yeah, man. They're playing up in Albany in January.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna go up there. It's Mike Valenti, the guitar player for Brick by Brick.
Okay.
He started this whole thing. It's called the Extreme Music Awards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did Hoya's podcast the other day. They're playing that too, right?
Smoke AD is playing. There's a whole bunch. I'll send you the whole thing. Mike Valenti, he was crazy. He hit me up. He's like, yo, man, like, you want to be a judge? I'm like, me? Like, fuck me. He's like, yeah, because he doesn't want to be biased. You know what I mean? Of course. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking come up there and fucking spend the weekend with all you fucking
Fuck
assholes
yeah,
and be a
watch
judge.
Skinless and enjoy myself. Why not?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Why the fuck not? Yeah, but that old school skinless shit is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, man, I loved all that stuff. It sounds like it was recorded in a basement underneath a fucking bathtub, but
I love that.
great. It's great. It's
I
great.
love fucking terrible production, bro. I love that shit.
Me too. It's why I got into recording, man. Every time I went into the recording studio, I was like, hey, I want the snare drum to sound like somebody's using a lead pipe on a radiator. And
Right.
like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, this sucks. I don't care. I don't want to even be here anymore.
Exactly. Like,
What am I supposed to spend money on this crap for?
yeah, like guerrilla recording, bro. You know, there's like a fun fact that I just found out like not that long ago. Like this snare on the Wu-Tang song on Bring the Ruckus, there's that one bang, that one loud pop snare. That's a microphone underneath the metal bucket that the Riz is hitting with the top with a hammer.
That's what this is the kind of shit I love, man.
I love that shit.
Like on those old Pink Floyd records, they were like slamming drawers shut with fucking silverware in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's cool as fuck, bro. That's the shit. Throwing shit down the steps.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? You know, like they're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all on the record, and the records are iconic, right?
Iconic, legendary, timeless. It's ridiculous. Slamming drawers with silverware in it. That's hilarious.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. People were looking at me crazy when I was in the back of my studio is the New Jersey Transit, the train.
Okay.
So I'm out there with the fucking microphone recording the fucking train sound.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me, I'm like, fuck that. We're putting it on the record.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It's right outside.
Right, it's fun. You're supposed to be having fun.
Right, it's ridiculous.
That's exactly what makes it good.
Yeah.
The more ridiculous it is, the better it is,
Same.
in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I just did the new Shattered Realm record, all right? So
All
we're
right.
getting ready to put it out. I got I got bombs exploding behind shit. I got all sorts of fucked up shit behind that record, but I want it to be the heaviest fucking album ever.
All right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Sure.
So like, that's what you do. You add this shit, you know what I mean? This Easter egg shit, so that when people listen to it, they go, "Oh fuck!" You know, you listen to it in headphones, you're like, "Holy shit, it's a fucking bomb going off."
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on here.
Right.
It's funny that like how we're talking about like, you know, it's almost like the way my fucking retarded brain works. I remember you did like some video or whatever, and you were talking about the new EP. Bayway Takes Manhattan, and you were like blah 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 about, you know, we wanted to play like homage to Jason Takes Manhattan, and you were like, if you haven't seen it, you have to watch this incredible piece of cinema. And I'm fucking dying laughing because I love all that shit. So as we're talking about silverware and fucking hammers on fucking on metal pails. It's like I related that to like practical effects in horror movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just make shit happen out of whatever's around.
Right. And that creates an atmosphere and a feeling, and it's real, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool about it. Now, I always loved Jason Takes Manhattan. For me,
it was so bad, but it's amazing.
It was the most ridiculous one, though. That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
When he punches the fucking dude's head off.
Right into a dumpster and the lid closes.
What other way is there to do it?
There is no other way.
Kill somebody with a fucking guitar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he in Manhattan?
Right. The whole thing is insane because it's like, how do you get on a fucking cruise ship from Crystal Lake and wind up in Manhattan?
You know exactly how. Because it's a fucking movie, and that's the best part about it.
Of course.
It doesn't have to make fucking sense. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And it's just like, dude, there's so many aspects of that movie that I remember watching it as a kid and being like, fuck, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, there was like over-the-top shit coming out at the time, like Child's Play and shit like that. But this one, to me, just always stood out as just so stupid. And the best part about it is that there was there's 2 Friday the 13th this year too. So there was one in September and then there's one in December.
Yeah.
So my original idea, I wanted to put out the first single in September on Friday the 13th and put the full record out.
Her feelings?
Yeah, I wanted to put out the full record uh, on the 13th. So I had 4 songs. I wanted to do 4 months worth of singles. The label vetoed it, and we wound up releasing it when we released it, which whatever, it is what it is. Sometimes the timing doesn't work out. But
Fine.
with the 2 Friday the 13th, that was what my idea was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I figured, fuck it. And then I'm like, we got the character from World of Bayway that we already are using. So we might as well. I was like, I hit the artist. I'm like, yo, can you draw me the fucking Friday the 13th Jason Takes Manhattan cover? And he's like, fuck yeah, of course I can. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is too ridiculous. It has to work.
Yeah. That's so funny, bro, because like how you incorporate that shit, because it's more like childhood shit that you're bringing in. You're like, yo, fuck it, why not?
Like the way I always look at everything is like, if I'm having fun, like even if you don't understand the joke, right? Because you're not in on the joke or whatever,
Right.
I'm still enjoying it. And like at the end of the day, like that's what it's really about for me. Like I gotta enjoy what the fuck I'm doing too. You know what I'm
1,000%.
saying? Like if it makes me and my friends laugh, chances are everybody can laugh at it.
Right.
You
See,
know?
that's like lack of a better word, that's like pure shit. That's an honest approach to the way you're doing shit. And I think I say this often, not necessarily on here, but people could sniff out when people are fake. When people are trying too hard, or when you know what I'm saying, you could sniff that shit out real fucking quick. So if you're just like taking it light, taking it easy, and just do it like, listen, whatever, we're just having fun. I think that resonates with people without even you having to even say it or explain it. I think people just feel that.
This is who we are. Like,
right.
like the thing is like I didn't go out and hire guys to be in a band with or some shit. Like I've been friends with these guys for over 20 years.
Right.
Been going to hardcore shows, laughing at the same stupid jokes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sure. We just, this is who we are. And it's like, if you don't find it relatable, it's because you don't have friends. Because that's all it's, I'm just, bro, I'm literally just having a blast with my friends.
Right.
That's it. Like, it's me and the same crew of fucking idiot knuckleheads that I've been rolling around with for 20 plus fucking years, man. Yeah. And really, like, the songs are, we're just having fun. That's, I mean, we've always had a fuck you attitude. Now we're just doing it with music again.
Yeah. And it's hard, bro. The thing is hard, but it's bouncy. That shit is dope.
I just wanted to, there's aspects of Bayway where, shit gets a little bit deeper, like there's fun songs and shit like that. And there's shit talk songs where it's just, everybody can relate to it. It's fun, right? Of course. But then there's shit where like, I use it's cathartic. Like it's therapeutic in a way. You know what I mean? I've been through a lot of bullshit in my life. Yeah. And I feel like, what am I going to do? Like, you could write a song a million fucking times and be this or be that, or try to be something that you're not. Or I could just tell you exactly what's on my mind.
Right.
And you could like it or you could hate it, whatever you want. But at least I know for me, it was therapeutic. For me, it was worth it. For me, it was good. If you relate to it and you say, yo, this helped me, or yo, this is dope, or yo, you really made me feel something, that's a fucking bonus.
Of course. I
was already there though, because it was already that for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, if you're relating to it and you're feeling like that, that's a fucking that's icing on the cake.
Damn right.
That's icing on the cake. When people hit me and they're like, yo, the song helped me. Yo, it helped me too. Yeah. I'm so fucking glad that you related to it. Yeah. That's all I could say. Because like I wrote it to try to get the shit out of my body.
Yeah.
Because I feel like too often we all hang on to too much dark, awful shit.
Damn right. I held on to a lot of shit for a long time. I've been through my whole fucking shit. A lot of people know my whole story. I have no issue. I'm an open book, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, somebody wants to judge me. I don't. Bro, I'm too old to give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
beyond it.
I have no energy to even care. Like, whatever, bro. Bro, so much so that like now, like I'm sober now a little over 10 years. I had to. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, I wrote a fucking book, dude.
That's crazy.
Bro, I think I sound like, I feel like I sound like an idiot when that comes out of my mouth.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about music. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like when you talk about it, right? There's something in me. I don't know whether it's like an Italian upbringing where they fucking just make you feel like you're a jerk off no matter what you do. But whenever I like talk about it or somebody talks to me about it, I'm like, yo, are you making fun of me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you fucking with me?
Right, yo, you fucking with me? People are like, yo, the band is fucking awesome. It's blowing up. I'm like, the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what?
Yeah. Like you
Why are
see
you
what
talking
I'm
to me
saying?
like that? Right?
Yeah. You know what that is? It could be like a little twist of what they call, what is that shit called? Imposter syndrome.
100%. 100%.
Right?
You know, my wife tells me that shit all the time. She's like, bro, you got to get rid of that shit. What the fuck is, but I feel like it keeps me humble.
It does. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I feel
I
like it
agree.
keeps me humble. Like I don't feel like I'm supposed to have these opportunities. I feel like I'm blessed that I got them. I know I worked hard as fuck for them.
That's
But
the whole point right there.
I don't think you're supposed to get anything. I think you either get it because you worked hard for it,
yeah,
or you don't get it.
right.
You know, that's it. Like that's how I was raised. I watched my
I
grandfather
agree.
work his balls off for everything he had.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my
1,000%.
mentality. My mentality is get up in the motherfucking morning, put the fucking work in, and enjoy the fruits of your fucking labor.
Yeah.
That's how it comes. That's how it comes, right?
Yep,
So
I agree.
I just put in the work, man. You know, I just put in the work. I tell people all the time, you know, Bayway is not an overnight sensation.
Right.
You know, like I've been working at this shit for 20 plus years, and finally people heard it. You know, like there was so many things I've released that no one is never going to see the light of day.
Right.
I'm fine with it. It's probably not good.
Right.
I'm okay with that too.
But you think it's not good, but it could be the dopest shit.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No one's a harsher critic of things that I do than me.
Same here.
Yeah, that's just what it is. It's that'll never change, you know?
I wrote a fucking book about like my entire family and my entire life. It's a good, bad, ugly, embarrassing, fucking ridiculous, funny, all that shit. People are like, oh, well, you're like an author. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I'm a jerk off, actually.
I'm an asshole who lived a stupid life, who made a lot of jerk off decisions and decided, you know what? Let me see fucking write. And I finished it. It's in the editing process. My editor has it right now, but it's like, I'm not an author. Like my asshole sister used to help me with my book reports when I was a little kid. I'm not an author. I don't know how to write shit. I wrote how I talk. And the editor was like, yo, you've never written before? I'm like, nah. He's like, yo, this is actually really fucking good. I'm like, that sounds weird.
Well, it's probably pretty fucking real.
It's all real.
That's the thing, though.
I know. Same with Bayway, bro.
People find it relatable or they find it interesting.
Right.
Look, bro, there's a reason why MTV's Real World was a sensation. You know? And that shit wasn't real after a while.
No.
The first season got too real too fast. They were like, oh, fuck, what did we do?
Yeah, this dude Puck is fucking going nuts.
Right. What the fuck did we do? We fucking created a monster.
Yeah.
So, that shit happened. That shit happened quick. But I feel like when it's real, people identify with it and they know what it is.
Yeah. And
there's a certain level of being vulnerable that you have to get past as the person who's creating. You know what I mean? In order to achieve that kind of shit, to be real. But you gotta, like, being unapologetically you is super fucking easy, but people are so afraid of it.
Yeah.
But eventually that's, you know what I mean? Like for me, I was just very reserved for so many years. I was like very like, fuck it, like very private.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I don't care. Like,
I agree.
It has gotten to a point where it's just like, you know what? Like, I've been through this, I've been through that. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do, bro? Like, I'm not gonna try to be something that I'm not.
Right.
This is who I am, accept it or hate it. I don't fucking care.
I don't care either. Yeah, it's like, I'm 49. Like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what people think. I don't care what people want to say. Well, social media jerk me off. I can give two shits, bro.
Yeah, it is. It really is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's all it's gonna be.
Yep.
That's all it's gonna be. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience with the Bayway stuff to just kind of like put it out there and just not give a fuck really.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a freeing experience. People are reacting to it in a way that I beyond my motherfucking wildest dreams. You know what I mean? Like it's really nuts, man. It's really nuts. Like I felt great about these songs. We wrote all of these songs like probably like 8 or 9 months ago.
Yeah.
And like to have them come out, like it's amazing to see people's reaction to shit. Like to see what they like or what pops them, or like I love it. I think it's so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I really like. I get such a kick out of releasing music because of that. Like to see what people fuck with and to like, you know what I mean? To see what gets them like what gets them hype about the band is just it's so fucking cool.
It's gotta be. I was never in a band, but I can only imagine. I mean, I've been around this shit for fucking 35 years, so it's like I can only imagine what it must feel like, especially being a newer band. You're seeing all these kids fucking yelling your fucking lyrics, jacking your microphone, screaming the shit that you wrote. That's got to be a fucking incredible experience, bro. Like a feeling.
I mean, I don't know that I can really sum it up into like words really what it feels like. It's you know, you spoke about being sober for a long time, right? And I got 13 months clean right now.
Beautiful.
So this is my new addiction.
Yeah, hey, listen.
And when I get out there and I get that energy from kids, it's crazy.
That's a high, bro. That's dopamine, bro. That shit is high. Your adrenaline, dopamine, that reaction, it's all positive. You know what I mean?
I feel like in many ways, like, and I've been talking about this a lot lately, Bayway is sort of becoming like it's like its own thing. It's like it's bigger than it's bigger than me, it's bigger than the band, it's the crowd's band.
Right.
You know, like that's what it's becoming, and that's what I wish it would be, and that's what I hope it continues to become.
Yeah.
Like when we get up there, bro, I want motherfuckers. Like I am not the type that's like, yo, don't come up here and sing. Fuck that. You want to sing the whole song? Get up here and sing the whole fucking song.
Yeah.
Get up here and sing the whole motherfucker. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's hardcore. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yep. That's old school shit.
That's what it's supposed to be, man. I love sharing the mic. I love it when kids fucking get hype on a fucking song. I love it when they know the words to a new song. That's crazy.
Motherfuckers are listening, bro.
Right. That's fucking crazy, man. And I just enjoy the fuck out of it. And like it's our stage, it's their stage. And that's what hardcore has always been to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's always been to me, is that it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a community. And I'm just pumped to be involved in it. I'm pumped to give back to it. It's given me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful for it. You know, I'm just thankful for it.
So now let me since we're talking about how old school ethics and old school hardcore and sharing the mic and sharing the stage and all that, that just brings me right to how did it happen? I don't know if you discussed this with Hoya. Honestly, I didn't listen to it yet. But did you get a phone call? How did it happen where you were asked to become the singer for fucking 25?
So
how did that go down?
So I'm gonna start with a very important shout out right now.
100%.
Shout out to Beto.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll start right there. Me and Beto started to talk about it. I saw that the band was rehearsing, and it's actually really funny because the day that we played the first gig with me on vocals, like 2 days later, a kid tagged me because 36 weeks prior to, I think it was 36 weeks. I don't want to misspeak, but 36 weeks prior, I had posted on 25 to Life's page, yo, who's singing?
Oh, fuck.
And the kid tagged me on it and he said, yo, Jay, you're singing.
Fuck. That's dope though, bro.
And I wanted to know, really bad because I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. 25 to Life, it's a huge band for me, for all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was dying to know who was gonna sing. Look, if I was gonna be in the running for it, I at least wanted to put my motherfucking hat in the ring.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was gonna be like, what it was gonna, what any of it was gonna be like, right? I thought I caught out of the corner of my eye Fred Mesk watching us at Black and Blue. And I did go up to him afterwards and be like, "What up, OG? Nice to see you." You know,
I saw Fred at Black and Blue.
I pay my motherfucking respects to Fred, the riff master. Cool. And so later on, we started to talk about it, and Beto kind of pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, would you be interested in coming to try out?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then Warren reached out.
Shout out to fucking Warren Lee. And
once Warren Lee reached out and we got to texting, I was like, "Oh shit, this is getting serious now." Because Warren is all business.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't the fuck around type.
Yeah.
So
I had him on here a couple years back. I had Warren on here.
He's great. Fuck, dude's an animal. I love him. So we start talking. We get to know each other. Whatever. We're seeing if there's chemistry there, if it's gonna work. Right. I go into the room. They're like, "Hey, Warren's like, hey, learn." I think it was like learn Wise to the Game. And just come out and we'll see what it's like in the room. So I come out and I'm doing Wise to the Game.
You probably already had a really good fucking. You probably already knew the song,
bro. He texted me. He said, "Learn Wise to the Game," and I texted him back with, "Okay, no problem." And I'm thinking to myself, "Learn Wise to the Game."
yeah, I knew that shit was that long.
Yeah, I got this one, right? So anyway, we get in there, and he had told me. I think he told me like, learn like Wise to the Game, Short Fuse, have like those songs. So I was determined to make an impression. So I was like, there's no way I'm going in there with just that. You know what I mean? I knew more than that anyway, but I was going in with my shit. You know what I mean? My shit had to be right.
Yeah.
So I get in there and they're like, "Well, what else do you know?" So then we're doing Loyal to the Grave. You know what I mean? And now I'm starting to get into some real classic tunes. Inside Knowledge.
Oh, that's demo shit, bro. Yeah.
Right. So we're starting to do that kind of stuff. And it was funny because that was the first practice. So after that, I was like, all right, dope. And they were like, "Yo, we're going to have you back." And I was like, "Yo, that's fucking great. I'm getting my second interview."
Nice.
Right, I got my second interview. I passed the first one. So I get on there. We go back. And, now I'm practicing with the band maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. Right. It's supposed to be a secret.
Yeah, because I had no idea until I saw that video of you. I'm like, what the fuck? That's JayWay.
So now I'm in the bathroom at the studio. I'm taking a piss. Okay. And we're like 4 or 5 weeks in. But I'm sworn to secrecy. I've talked to no one about this shit. I'm pissing. Motherfucker comes in the bathroom behind me, starts pissing next to me. It's Martin, Billy Club Sandwich, okay?
Martin BCS.
He turns to me with that fucking infectious smile.
Yeah, man.
And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I'm supposed to be in secret.
Yeah.
So he looks at me, he's, "What you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm here with Beto." He's like, "Oh, is Demise here?"
Oh,
I'm like, "Well, not really. No,
not really." Yeah.
He's like, "Well, Beto's here. I want to go to the room. Let me go say hi to Beto." And what am I supposed to do? Look at Martin and go, "Nah, motherfucker, you ain't going there."
Right.
"No, sir.
No.
Get the fuck on, motherfucker. You can't go in there." So I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." So he opens the fucking door and it's me and fucking 25 to Life.
Yeah.
So at that point, shout out to Martin because nobody knew about it. So Martin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah.
You want to rob a bank? Martin's good.
Yeah.
Martin's good. So, nobody found out about it. So it obviously, but that was hilarious. That was one of the funniest moments at the studio because I'm like, fuck, man. I'm standing there taking that piss like, oh, fuck, I blew it. This, you know, I'm here. I'm supposed to be in secret, and now here I am with Martin. So it was really, really fucking funny. Really, really funny. But yeah, it started out. Beto talked to me about it, pulled me aside. Warren started to text me, and then I came in, and I mean, I got along with the guys right away. Harry's fucking awesome. I mean, dude's a legend behind a drum set, a legend in beat making.
Yeah.
Started the band, you know what I mean? Fred's riffs drove the band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, dude, I'm in a fucking band with Beto, Fred, Warren, and fucking Harry. Like, it's insane. It's crazy.
And they're called 25 to Life. That shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I did not have that.
Love that shit, bro.
That was not on my thought process list. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's gonna be me one day.
Yeah. Well, your grandmother was right. You got a horseshoe up your ass.
I'm fucking A. You know what I mean? She used to tell my sister she'd have no, if it wasn't for bad luck, she'd have no luck at all.
There you go. Nice. Shit. Yeah, man. I love that. Oh, that, bro. You get that first demo with Separate Ways, Burned by the Flames, all that. Bro, I wore that shit the fuck out, bro. And then Friendship, Loyalty, Commitment, and even later on, bro. Like that Strength, Integrity, Brotherhood record. That shit is dope, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And we all know the whole Rick story, but we don't even have to go there. It's pointless. But yo, man, they put out a lot of really good shit, bro. You know what I mean? I try to separate. It's like actors who, like, I fucking can't stand that dude as a person, but great actors. You know what I mean? Like, you got to separate, because if you can't separate, you'll hate everything.
The way I look at it is like this, you know, like the drama, all of that stuff, all the negative shit, it really had very little, I mean, nothing at all to do with me, right?
Right. 100%.
I always saw the dude, you know, before the situations that happened and all the things that took place and stuff. I always saw him as an innovator, you know, in many ways in his own right. I thought he was an innovator. He brought a lot of weird, creative ideas to hardcore that are still there.
Yeah.
You know? And so, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, these are the guys that were very much responsible for being on those tours and breaking the band and really writing all the music that carried the band. I mean, most of these songs that you're discussing right now, that you're talking about, that were on these first couple, the EP, they wound up being on like almost every record.
Yeah.
They recorded Wise to the Game 42 times.
100%. Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? That motherfucker, you got more drummers on Wise to the Game than most bands got albums.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know? So, like, these songs that these guys wrote that they're responsible for producing, you know, went on to be the lifeblood of that band.
Yeah.
And Fred was in the band forever anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, through all the lineup changes and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a truly an honor to be with guys like that, you know, and to be asked to do a band like that or to front a band like that that's so legendary. It is just, you know, it's a motherfucking blessing. Yeah. And I'm just honored to do it. And that's really it. Like, I'm just honored to do it. And, you know, it's legendary company.
Yeah, 1,000%, bro. Do you guys have it, even if you do, I don't even know if you'd be able to talk about it. You guys have any, like, shows planned?
So November 30th, Bayway is doing a release show in Jersey. Okay. With a bunch of great bands. Human Blisters, an up and coming sort of death metal hardcore outfit out of Jersey. I did their record. They're on the show. Blackest Dawn is on the show. Shattered Realm is on the show. Death Before Dishonor is on the show.
You're doing double duty.
Right. Year Spent Cold's on the show. I'll be playing in Shattered Realm. And then Year Spent Cold will play. And then 25 to Life is going to play a short set. That announcement comes on Wednesday.
Okay.
So we're announced for the show. And you know, it's out in the open now. That's it.
What venue is that at? I saw the flyer, but I'm just...
This is at the Black Box in Rutherford. So it's actually very easy to get there from the city.
Okay, yeah, I have no problem. I can go anywhere. I can go.
So anyway, it's gonna be there at the Black Box in Rutherford. It's a really dope place, easy by train for motherfuckers coming out from New York. But yeah, like I said, fucking Human Blister, Blackest Dawn, Death Before Dishonor, Years Spent Cold, fucking 25 to Life, Shattered Realm, and motherfucking Bayway.
Yo, that shit is fucking stacked.
So triple duty.
Triple duty.
Yeah. I got to sing 2 sets.
Listen. You'll live. You'll be all right.
Listen, it's hardcore. The kids are gonna sing it for me anyway. That's
exactly. You'll have a lot of help. It's all good. Yeah,
that's exactly it. It's 25 to life, man. It's all singing along.
Yeah. Fuck, man. That shit is dope, man. And I'm not just saying it because I think I even texted it to you. I was like, yo, it's like nobody will be Rick because Rick had that, everybody has that, the Rick voice. But you're I listened to that and I watched that Secret show and I'm like, this is a dope fit. Like, you're a good fucking fit for that band. Like,
thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like genuinely happy. I was like, yo, that's dope. Like that right there. That's dope.
I wanted to bring my own. I wanted to bring my own flavor to it. Obviously, like I don't want to mimic anybody or anything anybody else does. But I also want to put respect on it because 25 to Life and the fans of 25 to Life, they love this shit.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that I think people already start to understand, but other people are going to learn to understand, is that I respect it and love it from a fan's perspective, the same way that they do.
Yeah.
So to me, it means a lot for it to be right. I can't let down these legendary dudes that are fucking in this band. You know what I mean? And I can't let down the fandom of the band.
Right.
So I want it to be right and I want it to be good. It means a lot to me. And the band means a lot to me. So, I think that will shine through. And that's it. That's it. That's all I can say about it.
I don't have any doubt. I think it will too. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
100%, dude. So so you're dropping some rap project, bro, right?
JayWay 908 is the name of my rap stuff. I've been doing hip hop a long time. I never was really outside with it the way that a lot of people tell me I should have been or whatever. But at one time I was flown to the UK to record records and shit like that. So I've been doing hip hop a long time, and I've noticed with all this Bayway stuff that the more that I rap, the more people fuck with the songs.
Yeah.
So it's a natural progression to do a hip hop record. And I just wanted to, I have some stuff that I had written a long time ago that I wanted to get off my chest. You know what I mean? When you're a musician and you have stuff that you're sitting on for years and years and years, it's like painful to sit on it.
Yeah.
You want to get it out.
Release that shit. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting out a single tomorrow. I got a full record. I got a ton of stuff, but I'm probably going to put out an EP pretty soon. And I don't have a date on it yet, but the single will be out tomorrow and we'll see how it performs. We'll see how people like it. It means a lot to me. So regardless of what happens, like I wanted to do it. I love it. I'm having fun. So I'm doing it,
So just for everybody that's listening and watching, you're saying tomorrow, but we're on podcast time because we're not live. I got to put out Bobby's and then yours is coming out. So so
tomorrow will be November. Tomorrow, for anybody who's listening right now, will be November 19th.
Right. So it's probably out already.
Pre-recorded.
So it's
by the time this shit drops, I have 6 other records out.
That's what it sounds like it's going to take place, of course.
But that's all good. Listen, the best part about podcasts and shit like this, I feel like, is it's retroactive.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's out there and it's like people are always going to go back to it and check it out. Yeah. That's what's cool about it, right? That's what's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like I was afforded the opportunity. Like this shit came. Listen, I don't make money off of this shit. I don't want to make money off of this shit. It's just not my thing. I got a job. It's whatever. Like I was booking shows in Brooklyn here at Lucky 13. Like I booked like maybe like 30 different shows. And what we wanted to do, we were thinking big. We wanted to do like this fucking whole block party, but bring bands in, like big bands. Like the owner of Lucky 13 was a host with me. John, the guitar player for Candiria, who I know for 100 years, he was a co-host with me too. Like he was Metal Blade Records, and then this guy has the venue and this and that. We were gonna start putting all of our shit together. Like what we wanted to do was have like on Saturday night, like on a big fucking trailer, we wanted to have Obituary play in the street in Brooklyn. Like we wanted to do some crazy shit. So one thing led to another, but I won't mention names. Somebody who was in charge of getting the actual permit may or may not have gotten hammered the night before and missed the fucking cutoff line. So that never happened, right? So all the planning like went right down the fucking shitter. So we were like
a Brooklyn story to me.
Oh, that 100%, bro. So it was like right before all that shit went down, it was like, yo, why don't we just like start a podcast just to promote this thing that we're gonna do? And then that didn't happen, but we enjoyed doing the podcast.
And here you are.
And here I am. But like, it was like the three of us for like 30 episodes, and then it was just me and John for like 20. And then from episode 50 on, it's been me. This is like, I don't even know. I'm almost at like almost 400 episodes. But like,
cool though, that you doing Bobby and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's
bro, I had the opportunity to speak to so many people that I never in a million years. Bro, I fucking sat in Williamsburg and sat there and had an hour and a half long conversation with Havoc from Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sitting there, like, as I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, like, I bought him, like, a ginger ale and, like, food. I'm like, just to say that I bought Havoc shit. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there bullshit with Havoc, talking about Mobb Deep, reminding him of his own history and shit. Like, it was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I do this shit because I'm a fan. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, do a podcast. Like, fuck that, bro. I'm a fan first. That's why I do this shit.
Right. You enjoy it.
To be in the studio with all the Sick of It All guys while they're recording their last record and doing this shit, being background vocals because I'm there on the record. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, to me. Like, I'll never take that shit for granted or anything like that. Like, I appreciate
it's awesome. It's awesome, man. It's the shit you wanted to do. Like, you dreamed of this kind of shit when you were a kid, right? Like, you hit bands and they affect you a certain way. Yeah. And then you find yourself in the mix. It's fucking great. It's awesome.
Yeah, so I said all that to say basically, because my mind goes off the fucking rails. Right. It's like, it's like you were like, you know, this shit, you could always go back to it. Like I did a couple of episodes with people who are no longer with us anymore.
Right.
So it's like, yo, like, it'll always be there. Friends, family, fans, all that shit. So, you know, it's I just enjoy doing it. But I do the flyers. I shut all my lights off. I go into a zone. I go on my Photoshop shit. I fucking Frankenstein fucking different pictures and backgrounds. I use the Bayway fucking whatchamacallit, refinery in the background for yours. You can see it kind of. And if you look in there, there's little things like the Newport logo is in there.
The Easter eggs, baby. The Easter eggs.
There's Easter eggs in there. The North Face logo. That's another dope thing. Like all the logos you guys use, like Black and Mild, the Bada Bing, Timberland, like all that shit. It's like hood shit, but it's dope. Like, you know?
I mean, this is just who we are as people, man.
Yeah,
you know, like we're bodega people.
There you go.
Like, what are you
bodega cat?
Right, like, bro, this is who I am. I don't know how to be anybody else.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is it. I grew up with this culture. Like, there used to be a couple shops around the way that were like always like had the knockoff Nike. You know what I mean? And like, you know, the dude was screen printing it himself.
Of course he was.
You know, and that's the best fucking part about it. So like when it came down to doing Bayway shit, I was like, yo, what kind of rips can we do? You know what I mean? Like, what can we get away with? And the dude Pat, who put out like our first demo, and he did the Newport thing, he did the Newport rip, and I was like, fuck. And then our drummer, he kept coming to practice and smoking the Black and Miles. So I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm gonna do the Black and Mile rip now.
Yeah.
You know, and it keeps going, you know.
It does. It's never ended. The Timberland shit is dope. The North Face is dope. Like, the Jumpman, the fucking Nike shit. Shout out to Danielle Dombrowski who took that photo. She's dope.
Dude, she is a very, very talented photographer.
Yeah, she's super fucking. She's super cool. I know her for 100 years. She's super fucking cool. She lives like way upstate. She drives all the way down into the city. She drives to Detroit, to this one, just to take pictures, bro.
A truly accomplished business owner as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Truly accomplished
successful business owner, and travels around and does this crazy shit on the
side. Very, very, very cool person. Very
I think I tried to like I talk to her every once in a while. I see her all the time at shows, but I was like, yo, why don't you ever like come on the podcast? Like I'll bullshit with her about all this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you never asked. I'm like, yeah, I did. You never asked. I was like, yeah, I did. And she then, oh yeah, that's right. And so eventually she'll come on. But yeah,
I think she got that photo at Starland with E-Town.
Yeah.
That was, I think, that show. Which, man, she crushed it. She crushed it. The fucking security guard came up to me and said, do you is it okay if she uses flash? He says to me, I looked at him, I said, she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do.
Yeah.
Don't talk to her about nothing she wants to. Don't leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Protect her at all costs, my friend.
Exactly.
Whatever the fuck she wants to do, you let her do, and you let her do it twice.
Right. Or else fuck around.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was dope when I saw you out on Long Island a couple weeks ago. Like, yo, what's up? I introduced myself. We started bullshit. I was like, yo, because at the time, like, I wasn't outside for like a certain amount of minutes or whatever, and you had no merch yet. You had no merch there yet. I was like, yo, what's you were like, yo, it's out the back in the trunk, and there it was, like the trunk's open. It's like selling shit out the trunk. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Market going, baby.
Yo, that's how it should be.
That's it.
Merch out of the trunk, bro. The back of the venue.
It's on brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's on brand.
Yeah. Damn, dude. So now, one more time, talk about what this show, the next show, so the kids all come out. I'll be there.
November 30th is at the Black Box. We're shooting a New Jersey hardcore documentary. They're filming a Jason Takes Manhattan film. They're not filming it. They're showing the film afterwards at the after party because there's a theater inside the building.
That's
so
dope.
we're all gonna hang out and fucking relax and fucking watch the movie afterwards. I'm filming a documentary. I got the fucking best fucking lineup money can buy. And now I'm adding 25 to life to it just because fuck you. That's why.
That's right. Fuck.
You know, and if you don't come, you're a fucking schlub. You're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
That's it. You're an asshole. Grade A jerk off, as they
grade
say.
A judge rule. Yeah. Oh shit, man.
It's gonna be a great fucking time. I hope people fucking come out. November 30th.
You know, people will be there, bro. You know, people. That place will be packed out. I've never been there though, so I have no idea what it looks like in there. I have no idea how big.
It's a big place. Got a nice stage, but it's not high, so you can dive off it. It's a perfect hardcore venue.
Beautiful.
Yep, perfect hardcore venue. They get it. Security isn't corny. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't like Starland security.
It's too much.
It's too much.
For hardcore, it's too much.
Yeah, there was a show several years back at this point, because time is a motherfucker. It's great. I think something was 2 years ago. It's like 9. But it was like Walls of Jericho, like Life of Agony. I went to high school with the Life of Agony dudes and shit. But it was like, I come out of retirement and I dance for certain bands. You know what I mean? I'm old, but not really. But like,
but Life of Agony is one of them.
Life of Agony, sick of it all. I lace my sneakers a little tighter. You know, there's certain things that have to happen. Terror is another band.
I love Terror.
But it's like within like the first second song, like I'm like over the crowd and shit. It's like the bouncer like tried to like yoke me up a little bit. He's like, yo, one more time and you're out. I'm like, I'm just making you earn your fucking money, bro. Like this is like the 4th time. You're going to throw me out? Like, there's 19 other kids, but he had to deal with me like 4 times in a row. I guess he got a little aggravated or whatever. You know,
he's like, I'm tired of this fucking jerk off. He's
tired of me, but bro, I'm like a nice guy. I'm not being a dick.
Listen, man.
It's like, there's shit like that, you know.
The thing is you gotta imagine, you know, I know a lot of these guys that work the security stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta imagine after all that shit happened with Dimebag back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
The high alert that these guys are on because of shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gotta fuck with your mind a little bit when you're in that position.
Yeah.
You know? And they see a lot of shit and they got to get a lot of fucking bullshit. The problem with these big venues is big insurance policies.
Yeah.
You know, so these guys are talking to them before shows, like, don't fucking let nothing happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The liability is crazy. From a
Yeah.
business point of view, it's fucking crazy. From
Yeah.
a fan point of view, it's like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. I want to flip on people.
Right. And some
You
of these guys could be like New Jacks and have no idea what the fuck is going on.
A lot of them are.
Right. Why are these kids acting like this? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, River Runs Red comes on and they're like, fuck, oh, what the hell's happening?
Right. It's a fucking melee.
Right. Exactly. Listen,
You know?
great record, great songs.
Oh yeah, bro. All that old shit, demo shit, first record, second record, dope shit, man. Like that's like soundtrack shit for me. Like it's kid, like early Leeway, Agnostic Front, Sick of It All, Life of Agony, like all that shit right there. That's like from like 16 to like 22, bro. Like that's like my life, bro. You know
That was it. Right.
Relatable shit. I saw and Biohazard, of course. See, Biohazard. That's probably the band I saw the most in my life. They were like Lamoore's house band.
100%.
They were just there all the time, and I was there all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about E-Town. That's what E-Town is to me.
Right. Well, if I was in Jersey, dude, that would probably be the same situation.
Dude, I gotta have seen. I don't know how many times I've seen the band. It's got to be close to 1 million. You know what I mean? And we went on tour with them, and I watched them every night like I never watched them before. You know, they're just that band for me.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Just love them. Can't get enough. You know? Can't get enough. So it is what it is. You like what you like. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Like I said, like we both said several times, I could give two shits less what anyone thinks or says.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be the weirdo. I'll always be the weirdo. I'll always be the asshole. That's fine.
That's it, right. At least you know what you are.
I'm upfront about it. I'll always be the asshole. I don't care. Upfront asshole. That's me. Don't give a fuck. Why should I care? Like,
that's it. That's it. That's it.
Sick. Dude. Hour and 20.
Not bad.
Not bad. Oh, you're all full of ziti. Nice.
Oh my God. My wife got me right before I came in here. Shout out to her. Jesus Christ. I wish I could marry her again after that fucking ziti. It was good, man. It was good.
Yo, throw out all the fucking social. You know what? Real quick, let me just. I think. Apologies. I think I forgot to mention them during the Bobby episode. I was all fucking wrapped up. I almost forgot again. But shout out to Generation Records because they sponsor the podcast. Generation Records located at 210 Thompson Street in the West Village here in New York City. Go follow them on Instagram at Generation Records. And shout out to Mark and fucking Ron and all those dudes. That place has been there since like 92. Lasted through everything. Like the dopest record store in the city. Still going. Man, underground shit. Like dopest spot ever. So we got to keep our record stores going, baby. I collect a lot of vinyl. So for me, I've introduced my kid to it now too. She's collecting vinyl. My daughter too.
Right. So like, bro, whatever we got to do to keep these places and these spots alive, to keep subcultures going, we need to do it.
Physical fucking music, not just fucking hitting shit on your phone.
Right. Stuff that you fucking, you take a look at the art, you take a look at the photography,
lyrics.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Hold it in your fucking hand and love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really take it in.
That's what
I love the record though, because the record you listen to from front to back.
Yeah.
You don't skip it. You experience it.
Yeah. I remember as a little fucking kid putting it on for the first time, sitting in my bedroom, blasting my rack system with my fucking shit, 100 CD disc changer or whatever, record player, reading lyrics, getting it in.
Taking it
off. And it sticks. It's still some of my favorite shit is all that older shit.
Yeah, I mean, because of the way that it affected you at that time.
Yep.
You know?
Digital shit, all physical shit. We used to hunt that shit down before phones, before all that shit. To fucking physically go and fucking fanzines and, like I said, like reading thank you lists and the bands. All right, check it out. Like I never heard of the Misfits until I saw Cliff Burton wearing a Misfits shirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what is this? What is this skull thing?
I might as well check this out.
Yeah, might as well check it out. You know, it's like
it's good. It's got to be good.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
it's shit, but you listen. It's all in the hunt.
Well, it depends on which Misfits record you listen to.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Some of them are a shit show.
Some of them are better than others.
Yeah, some of them are amazing. Some of them are just like, yeah, I'm good. That's a coaster.
Right. I never listened to that again.
Terrible.
Right.
And I'm set in my ways too. It's like somebody like you guys, you got something different going on. And I'm not shitting on any bands. I'm not doing that because listen, like we both said, whatever you like. It's all love. Have at it. You might think something is the best shit ever. I'm like, I heard that 94 different times from 7.
Not for me, right? It's not for me.
It's not for me. You vibe with it. You're good with it. They have at it. But you guys, to my ears, like you guys have something different. So it's like a little like refreshing. Like, all right, this is new shit. I can vibe with this. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot my whole fucking point, but you get what I'm saying.
No, I appreciate that. I do, because especially a guy that's taken in a lot of music like you have, for you to say that, it means a lot. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, my whole life. Like I grew up in a mute. Like my parents didn't play anything, but I grew up listening to. My father had a gigantic vinyl collection.
Yeah,
I grew up listening to all the older shit too. You know, from Zeppelin to Bob Seger to Queen to Floyd and all that. So there was always shit in the background in my house. So as far back as I can remember, there's been music.
right.
So
you just followed suit.
Went into the heavy
found
shit.
your own shit. You found your own shit, and you're right.
Found like the early fucking Metallicas, you know, the same deal like a lot of people. You know, the early Testament, Megadeth, Suicidal, Anthrax, and then next thing you know, I find fucking Leeway. Next thing you know, I'm fucking slapping people around at a Cro-Mag show. It's incredible.
That's how it happens.
That's exactly how it happens. That's the evolution of this fucking retard right here talking. Me.
But listen, you know, that's the beauty of hardcore. That's the beauty of hardcore.
So now, throw out all your social medias and shit, where people can listen to your shit, where people can buy your shit. You like merch fucking kings over here.
I hit you with the at Bayway NJ, at Shattered Realm 86, at 25 to Life NYHC, at JayWay 908. That's my personal handle, my rap handle. Bayway,
you have a Bayway Studios, right? You have a Bayway Studios.
Bayway, at Bayway Studios, at Bayway Records now, because the rap record is going to come out with Bayway Records. So go follow that one. That's important. BaywayNJ.com. BaywayNJ.
I'll go do that shit right now. See, this is what you do. You support one another. You know, don't be a jerk off, kids.
At Bayway Records.
Bayway Studios, I just followed, and Bayway Records done. Shattered Realm shirt is right there.
The Shattered Realm shirt's there. We're gonna see what happens with this next Shattered Realm promo. I think I'm gonna put it out on my own, and then we're talking with a label, so I don't want to get too involved with any of that till all that's solidified. But
of course not.
We're going in a good direction.
Sounds like it, bro. I see it. I'm watching it. I know all about it. I'll be at that show with the Black Box, and we'll rap some more.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Dude, my man, thank you so much for... Bro, I asked you like quick fast before I got my fucking eye socket busted open. I was like, yo, you want to come on the podcast? We'll shoot the shit. Yeah, you were like, yeah, let's do it. And you were super easy to work with. This was dope. This felt like we were talking for 10 minutes. So
hey,
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me the platform to talk about the bands. I really
come on again when you drop a new Bayway or new something or whatever's going on, bro. Just
I appreciate it.
Hit me up and we'll fucking do it, bro.
That sounds good to me. I appreciate
schedule it and we'll make it happen.
And thank you for giving me the platform, for real. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dude.
I enjoyed it, and you know, I'll leave you with this, Bayway motherfucker.
When I say Bayway, you say
motherfucker.
My man. Be safe, bro, and we'll definitely be in touch. I'll hit you, and you'll know. I'll hit you a couple of days before I drop this you'll know. Everybody will know. And
Sounds good. I
all right,
appreciate it.
brother. Be safe.
You too. Thank you.
Peace.